Hi, we're Blood Red Shoes.
And we're at Reeperbahn Festival, and you are watching What I Love.
I don't really have a most important record. I've definitely got a few, but I can pick one. And that would be Live Through This by Hole. And I think it was just one of those albums when I was a teenager that kind of meant a lot. And I listened to nearly every day, and kind of, yeah, it just has a lot of memories for me growing up and wanting to be in a band. So I'd say that's pretty important to me.
Yeah, I also don't have a favourite, but I'm going to choose Rid of Me by PJ Harvey, because it's always been a record that's really been influential on me, sort of musically, I guess, but also it's been one that certain stuff when you listen to when you're younger, then you sort of grow out of, or you don't listen to as much anymore. And I still, whenever I listen to that record, I still hear something new, and I still find something in it that's really intense, and it's never sort of ceased to have an impact on me. So it's still important, even though I've been listening to it for like 15 years. The bands, the most important, I mean, I really hate picking the most important. There's like 100 important bands, but the first band that I ever really fell in love with and really made me want to be in a band was the Sex Pistols, actually. Like, I got my dad's records of the Sex Pistols, and all I wanted to do was take off my clothes and rip them up and put them back together with safety pins and be in a band that played Sex Pistols songs. They were definitely the first love.
I'd say a really important band to me would be a band called Hot Snakes, and that was kind of mostly because it changed the way I thought about guitar and chord progression, and a bit like the Pixies, it sort of like changed how I thought about it. But yeah, in the last sort of, I don't know, 7 years, I've sort of become quite obsessed with that band. So.
One of the first things we did together as a band was go see Hot Snakes just before they broke up.
That's true. But yeah, they're really important to me. I feel like I owe a lot to that band for how I play.
Thanks, Hot Snakes. Cassette of Bad by Michael Jackson. Saved up my pocket money or something. Got a cassette. So good. Still a great record. Brilliant record.
This is a bit blurry because I definitely had Bad, but I'm younger than Steven. I think my mum just had it. I don't think I bought it. I think the first record that I remember the first single I bought, and it makes me sound like I'm lying because it's people might think I'm trying to be cool here, but it was Elastica, and it was Waking Up, and it was 99 pence from Woolworths, which is kind of
that's still alive in Germany. Yeah. They still have it. It went bankrupt in England. It's like a relic in England now.
Yeah. But I reckon it was Elastica, Waking Up's the first single I bought, and probably first album me and my sister put money towards was Jason Donovan, but I don't like to talk about that too much.
You already have, you've started out. Cut that bit.
I was in love with him because he was,
spunky.
Kylie's boyfriend in Neighbours.
And he was spunky. He was a spunk. The most recent record I got was... What is the last record I got? Probably the DZ Death Rays record. The new DZ Death Rays album called Black Rat, which is amazing because I got it on vinyl at their gig about 3 weeks ago. It's amazing. Everyone needs to listen to it.
Yeah. I haven't bought it yet, but I want to get the new Aphex Twin record. I don't think it's out yet, actually. And what we recommended yesterday? Something. Oh yeah, the new Shellac album. Which
dude, incredible.
Is apparently very good. So that'll be my next purchases.
Yeah. All of yesterday, I had that Granddaddy fucking song in my head that goes bell 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 bell, but that's really old. And the other song that I get in my head all the time is by DZ Death Rays as well, called Reflective Skull. Yeah. I get that in my head. I wake up and I'm like, why is that still in my head?
I get their songs in my head too, but I get Tame Impala Elephant in my head quite a lot. But that's all right though by me. That's quite a good one. The other day I got a really annoying song in my head. It was the Bryan Adams with Mel C song. Did you remember that?
Baby, when you're gone, I feel like I'm in love.
My friend started singing it, and then it was just in my head for days, and I was like, I hate you, why?
There's a great line where he goes, even food don't taste that good. Drink ain't doing what it should. Why do I remember this funny lyric?
Because you love Bryan Adams.
Oh yeah, I want to be Bryan Adams. When I grow old, I want to be like Bryan Adams.
He's even got his hair.
I've been modelling my hair on him. Hey, he's the groover from Vancouver. Don't fuck with him. It's got to be the Witches from Brighton in England. Band who we've toured with actually in Germany and friends of ours. But they just made their first record. It came out really recently. and it's really good, and they're great, and you need to go see them live and listen to their album. And there's a ton of really good new bands. There's a great band called Tiger Cub that come from Brighton.
We only like Brighton bands.
Yeah,
so.
and two-piece bands. Slaves. There's a band called Slaves, sort of from near London. They're a two-piece as well. They're also really, really good. And I heard this band Death Crush recently from, where is it, Finland? I think it might be Norway or Finland. I don't want to get it wrong, but
I think it's Finland. I looked them up.
Yeah, they're really cool. I really like them as well. And I really like this band from Ireland called Girl Band. All these bands are quite new and they haven't really made albums yet. They're all brilliant.
I don't believe in guilty pleasures in music, but some might say that the fact that I'm a Guns N' Roses fan is kind of something that you wouldn't want to say.
Yeah, I tried to make you feel guilty about that for about 3 years, and then eventually I ended up liking them as well.
Early Guns N' Roses. Okay, I can understand. I think it would be definitely a guilty pleasure liking their last album, which was Chinese Democracy. I don't think anyone likes that, but yeah. I like a bit of cock rock. Sorry, I think people would very much not believe that I was into that, but I am. Bit of Motley Crue.
Yeah, I don't. Guilty pleasure.
I am a feminist, though.
Sense. I understand why you would like a music and feel silly about it, because that's just being like embarrassed about what someone thinks about it instead of just choosing whether you fucking like it or not. It's a stupid idea. I quite like a whole bunch of the first Lady Gaga records. I think people probably.
I know your guilty pleasure, Kaiser Chiefs.
I like the first Kaiser Chiefs record. I quite like as well. Although I haven't released it for a while, but I bet I'd quite enjoy it if I did. What else do I listen to that you're probably embarrassed of?
Me embarrassed?
I'm trying to think what music you listen to that embarrasses you. Isn't that what guilty pleasures kind of?
I feel like I had a really good guilty one that people were like, what? I can't remember though. I do like some pop music that, I don't know.
Katy Perry.
No, it's too sugary.
She's not very good, is she?
No, there's some good songs, but not in my taste.
I don't really like music videos.
I do if they're really interesting, but there's not that many really that are really amazing.
Oh my god, that Dire Straits one's really good. It's black and white and then the colour goes for money for nothing. That's well clever. And that was so.
Do you know what was that band? That was a Russian band that we actually played with once. So they had that video
where the guy runs and he like jumps off like plane, like the bonnet. Do you call it a bonnet on a plane? Probably not, but. Yeah, where he runs around and he's been chased by gangsters.
Yeah, the reason why I like that is because that was on No Money and that was actually a really interesting video.
That was quite an achievement.
I don't, for the life of me, remember what the band are called though, so it doesn't really help. I don't know, stupid ones some really pop videos are quite good.
I really fucking love Telephone, Lady Gaga and Beyonce. I think it's a great video and a great song.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Proper pop. It's like totally pop beyond belief. In a good way, in a fun way.
I really like Yeah's Why Control, just because it's a load of kids going around being evil.
Like an evil kids. That's always good.
Chopping off people's arms and stuff. That's again pretty hard. Best song of all time. I've got so many, but
it's easy.
What's easy?
Best song of all time. Summer of '69. Bryan Adams.
Okay, that's your one. I reckon one that I always come back to is Soon by My Bloody Valentine. I think I could listen to that forever and never get bored. I always just want to hear it. It just makes me feel happy and sad.
I would choose Summer of '69 by Bryan Adams.
Because it's Steve's hero.
It doesn't need explaining. It's the story of my youth. Bought my first real 6-string, bought it in the 5 and dime, played it till my fingers bled. That was the summer of '69. That's poetry, man.
I love the difference between me. I've gone for something like, dreamy. You've gone for Bryan Adams.
Yeah.
Sums us up. That's just.
If you ever need to know anything about the difference between me and Laura Mary, it's right there.